right, so as we're not going to get a chance to have our annual Halloween concert this year. However, we did include that music in your seventh grade band packet. You'll notice that it looks very different from the sixth grade version. In order to get some practice with that, with those melodies, we put them in a set of Halloween melody exercises. Even though we aren't performing, these exercises are going to be a really good way to practice some articulations. So find page 20 in your packet. Please pause the video as you're searching for it. Once you've found it, we're going to check out Thriller 1 and Thriller 2 today. Okay, I am spending a lot of time playing my flute this week so that I can get better at it. I encourage you, as you work on these two exercises today, rather than playing the one that you're really good at over and over and over, focus on the one that you're not so good at so that you can get better and you can improve. All right, so first I'm going to look at Thriller 1, and I'm going to figure out which notes I have. So I encourage you to play through them slowly like I'm going to right now. So you can pause to do that, or you can play with me. First note, second note, third, fourth, fifth. When you're comfortable with the notes, check out the rhythm. 1 and 2 and 3, rest. 1 and 2 and 3, rest. Then I'm going to try it with the metronome. Slowly, 1 and 2 and 3. I feel really good about my rhythm and my notes. Now I'm going to add in the articulation. Notice there's a staccato dot over each of the notes that's printed in this particular exercise, so they're all going to be very light and separated. 1 and 2 and 3. Now that I've added in my staccatos, I'm going to speed my tempo up a little bit to 85. As you're watching the video, please pause to make sure that you are accomplishing each of these steps before you continue to the next step so that you're more successful. A little faster if you're ready. And 1 and 2 and 3. All right. I would say 85, 86 is a good tempo for this particular exercise. Of course, you're welcome to practice it a little faster, maybe closer to 100. And you have a range that you can work within. For Thriller 2, let's take a look. Notice you have a half rest and an eighth rest. And by the way, if you didn't feel comfortable with Thriller 1 yet, I hope you paused the video to practice. So Thriller 2, a half rest and an eighth rest. So we have 2 counts of rest plus another half a count. So we're resting on 1 and 2 and 3, and we play on the and of 3. So if I'm counting along with the metronome, now I'm going to slow back down so that I can practice. This is 76. I'm going to count 1 and 2 and 3. And then I'm going to play on the and. 1 and 2 and 3 and is when I play. Here we go. Let's try it a few times. Just the first 3 or 4 notes. And 1 and 2 and 3. Let's try that again. And 1 and 2 and 3. And then this time I'm going to keep going. 1 and 2 and 3. As you play this time, really focus on the slur marks. Remember, you're only going to tongue the first note in the slur, and you're moving your fingers to get to the next note, or moving your slide. Actually, trombones, you will not slur. You will tongue all of your notes because your slide works differently than our buttons. All right, so I'm going to play it again. I'm going to go a little faster this time. I'm going to go at 80, and I'm going to focus on the slur markings. Here we go. Ready? And 1 and 2 and. So again, if you need some extra practice, pause the video to do so with the slur markings. If you're ready, I'm going to go a little bit faster. This is 86. Ready? And 1 and 2 and. And one last thing to draw your attention to is that dotted half note for 3 full counts. Then you get to rest. Okay? As you practice these 2 exercises, focus on the articulations. So you have staccato marks in number 1, you have slur markings in number 2, some of us, and if you want to move ahead and check out number 3, even though you don't have to this week, notice that there are accents. All right, so even though we are not necessarily performing a Halloween concert, there's still some really good content in these exercises for us to work on. As always, make sure that you're pausing the video as you go so that you can work on the things that you need to work on, and rewind as you need to.